Hello gamers! So it has been quite a while since I've recorded a vault video. I actually did record it every single week, but I did not upload anything because I don't know, just things kept coming up. I ended up having to wait until raid to actually finish the vault video, and it was just getting a little bit too chaotic for me to like keep up. Not to mention these past few months, or at least since the War Within launched, I've been working on some other stuff that I wanted to incorporate into my Great Vault video, so it's not just me blabbing, you know, just like yapping about my characters. I wanted to actually introduce something that I've been working on to maybe help some of you guys out. So we're gonna enter and see if we actually get anything. Yeah, I'm still wearing a few pieces that definitely need at least a heroic upgrade. I'm pretty sure I'm wearing a few veteran pieces. So all right, I parked right outside of the Great Vault, so I try to do that every you know, right before I reset. Okay. All right, well, let's just see what we have here. Okay, so first up we have the tier helmet from the raid. The tier helmet is not said to be, you know, part of our BiS for Aug, and it's still the same track. It's in fact it's the same item level as the one I'm equipping. And the one that I'm equipping is okay-ish. You know, it's not perfect, but I do need some haste, so I'll just hang on to the one that I have. Next, we have a one-hand hero, a flawless phase blade, which is actually one of our BiS weapons as Aug. Next up, we have the heroic shoulders, which I already have on a higher item level. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anything is an upgrade from the raid section apart from maybe the helmet, if I really want, you know, that 5 set in case like let's say something else drops that's a higher item level and I'll still have 4 set, you know, and I'll like replace my chest piece for example, which is still veteran, you know. Next is myth track legs. As I said, I have hero track legs, and although it is a higher item level and potentially, you know, I can raise it way higher than what the current pants can go up to. So we have the Kahedi Shade Weaver's emblem, a trinket from Dulls. It is higher item level than my Spy Masters, although I don't think it's really that great in my opinion. It is main stat. It is a stick, you know, stat stick, and the on use seems to be doing you know, a pretty decent amount of damage, and as Aug we would like to do more damage, but I don't know if it's really that great. Okay, so now we have haste and a ton of versatility on ring. Hero track, so 1694 haste, 3461 verse, and actually with a socket, that's not bad. Saves you some gold, but it isn't really the stats that I'm looking for, especially doing keys or raid for that matter. And finally we have a legs again, hero track, which is kind of pointless because I already have hero track. So I'm not even really going to bother with simming or anything like that. I think the smartest thing to do is in fact to pick up the myth track legs and catalyze them, because the whole point of this, you know, progression is to get as high item level as possible, as long as, you know, try to get BiS items, and this is the biggest item level in this entire vault for this character. And it was kind of a struggle to get into this 10. It was a lot of declines and a lot of waiting and a lot of depletes and all that. And, you know, I'm glad that we were able to finish this. It was a 10 siege and it was actually not that bad. Still got points for it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick up the legs and catalyze them since we already have a new catalyst charge. I'm just gonna have to be running with veteran track chest piece tier chest for a little while, unless I get lucky in the raid or something. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Pick up the legs. And we have a 9 mists because I did not time the 10, but it's okay. We have a 9 and hopefully we can turn that into a bigger key. And hopefully we could actually attempt it and not fail at completing it. That's like my main thing. All right, so now that I grabbed the legs, I will put them here. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. Awesome. My first myth track piece of loot that I had to create myself, basically. Yeah, 6, that's awesome. And we're gonna save those babies on. Here's a chance for me to introduce what I've been working on. I've been working on a little project since the beginning of the expansion. And yeah, let me just buy these leg things, spell threads. This is my chance to actually introduce what I've been working on. Okay, so since the beginning of the War Within, I've been working on this project, and it's been such a meticulous project that I've had to edit and check and proofread so many times. I still think, I don't know, I'm going crazy. So I just have to like introduce it already. I have to launch it already. And I did launch it. I actually uploaded everything that I've been working on for this specific thing on my Ko-fi, which is in my description. I have a little shop, a little digital download shop on my Ko-fi, which is pretty much like a Patreon. It's just a different name. It's very, very similar, a pretty popular website that creators can use to get support, you know. And the really cool thing about Ko-fi is like you can have a little shop that you can sell some digital items on. So that's what I do. I've been working on that little by little when I have time, and it's you know, I'm kind of happy with how it's turning out. I still have more plans with it. I've added some tiers to it where you can do like a little membership subscription thing. You can get a little bit of perks, little creations that I can share with you every month if you become a subscriber on my Ko-fi. But anyway, the point of this video is for me to actually introduce a little thing that will complement the Great Vault videos. And when you open your Great Vault, chances are you are considering your BiS items, you know, best in slot gear that you're trying to collect from the content that you do, right? So because of that, I wanted to make something a little bit that could help us track those BiS items. I know there are websites and other sources that can let you see it up front, you know, like Wowhead and stuff like that. But I decided to go a little bit further and actually just create a little bit of a RPG, you know, fantasy game inspired theme. So this is what I'm talking about. I made a little tracker, best in slot tracker. And I have a few for all the classes. The one that you see here is for the Evoker, and the little treat that I have here is like all the little pictures that you'll see in this file, in this tracker, is actually hand drawn by me. Just like uploaded the little pictures that I use for the icons for this little tracker. So you can see this is the actual tracker. This is a whole, this is going to be the whole thing that I will have on my Ko-fi shop. I'm not trying to be super greedy. It took a lot of time. It took so much time and energy to create this. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really want to like charge way too much. So the completed best in slot trackers are for sale for $3 for each class. So the Evoker, you can see that's the DPS symbol, and this is the healer symbol. The Evoker is a DPS and healer class, so it'll have all the specs that the Evoker has access to. And there are a few BiS lists that vary depending on the hero talent you choose. So for example, if you're augmentation, you can have a different stat priority if you're scale commander versus if you are chrono warden. So the pieces will vary a little bit, and this is just my way of trying to keep track of everything. And this instruction sheet, if you actually, yeah, it's in every purchase. It comes with an instruction sheet. It'll tell you that this little diamond thing that I've designed is like a little checkbox, so you can just like kind of draw there. You can print it out, and I really suggest that you have a good color printer and use good quality paper for this, because it's going to look much better. Do not print this in black and white. You're not going to really see the details very well. The BiS trackers are organized by either by class. So if you're a rogue, you have an option to choose the tracker that has all 3 rogue specs: assassination, outlaw, or subtlety. For instance, like same goes for all the other classes in the game. So you'll have access to like all of that. I also organized different listings based on the role. So I have a healer role, so all the healer specs in the game, and then all the tank specs, and then all the melee DPS, and all the ranged DPS. So there's different files, different listings. But I also went ahead and combined all of those into a mega bundle. So there's like a big discount if you buy the whole bundle. I think you save like $10 or something like that. I'm not just asking for money here. I did end up making a blank tracker for you guys. So if you prefer to have a blank and you have agency over exactly what your BiS items are, and the best thing about this is it can actually be evergreen, so you can use it for any type of season, because the ones that I'm showing you here is for season 1, because I don't have access to the gear that we have for season 2. So I don't know if I'll be able to keep this up and do it for every season. It's been so tedious trying to make it just for season 1 for every single spec in the game. But yeah, so I have one for Druid, a Death Knight, which I want to use for my next, the next part of this video to open up my vault items on those characters. But yeah, I do have different versions of the blank. So for instance, if you are a man-hand offhand user, you don't really, like a rogue, you don't have a two-hander, you're not gonna, if you just want it to look prettier, you're not gonna have to deal with the two-hander slot there. And then if you're blood DK and you don't want to use one-handers, it's gonna take that off. And this is like the basic one, the one that just about every of the specs uses. The first one here. But yeah, this part is actually free. So I do have a free option in my Ko-fi for the blank tracker, because I did spend a lot of time drawing these little things. I want to make a separate video to dedicate to this little thing that I've been working on. Did record me with my phone of me drawing some of these pieces. I was drawing these things when I had time, and I unfortunately wasn't able to record all of them, but because my phone just ran out of space. You know, the videos, they take up a lot of space, so I was only able to record, I think, the boots, the pants. I have no idea. There's a few pieces that I wasn't able to record, but I'll put that in the compilation so you guys can see, like a little speed draw, you know, thing that I can add at the end. So stay tuned for that if you actually want to see me drawing them from scratch. On paper, these are not digital, but I did digitize them, so for this purpose. Go to my description and enter or click on my Ko-fi link, and that'll take you to the little shop. And yeah, this blank one is totally free. You're welcome to donate though. There's an option in the listing to donate if you want. So let's go ahead and look at the BiS for Evoker. So right now I am Chrono Warden. I was playing around with Scale Commander. I have Forset, and I can show you. This is a PDF, by the way. So this is the best I can do. It's kind of tiny text, but you can kind of see what's happening here. I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but we're gonna have to work with this. So yeah, let's just look at what we have here. So we have Laggards of the Destroyer. We have my Rippers of the Destroyer, which is what the hands are in my BiS Tracker. The BiS helmet is from Necrotic Wake in my tracker, but I don't have that on right now. I have something else. I have the Trail Spinner pendant, which is the BiS necklace, but it's on a champion's chalk. So once you're happy with all the pieces that you're getting, you can start to actually check mark all the little things. So I'm happy with, like, right now I'm deciding that I'm only going to track as myth track for my BiS. I have Laggards. There you go. And we have my BiS. I do have a one-hander, the Mists of Scythe mace. Yeah, that one's the mace that I have. Scythewood Scepter from Mists right here. And these are basically the same exact stats. So the one from Air Care is basically the same thing. That's why I put them there together, so you can run either of those. I'm wearing my Glyph Etched Binding, which is my belt. But yeah, I'm just showing you like how I'm doing this, so we can every week we can come back and keep up with everything. Going to make a little color convention, I guess, and instead of a naming convention, it's going to be a color convention. Green means that I'm pretty happy with it right now. Like that one I can just recraft, the waist I can recraft, and I think it's pretty good. It's green. I'm gonna make the like hero track into yellow or orange. Shoulders are hero, so I'm gonna make a little that, and I think I'm gonna make anything that is just not ideal. I'm gonna make it as like an orange or red. So I do have BiS, but it's not mythic, so I'm just gonna do that. And I think it's good to print this out as well if you have a good printer and paper. Spymaster's Web on Champions. So it's Champions, but I'm not super happy with it, so I'm just gonna put it like that. And then the boots that I have is Rashawn's. It's actually a really good piece of leggings too, piece of boots too, but those are veterans. So yeah, I'm sorta happy with those. And again, my gloves are champion, so sort of happy with that. And then sort of happy with my neck piece. This is how it's gonna look like, and then you can just save. So yeah, that's basically like a little tutorial there of what I'm going to do every week, just to keep track of everything. And it just feels like it's more of a quest type of thing. I'm done with the evoker for now, like my Chrono Warden Aug Evoker. I'm getting close to all my BiS items. I'm gonna go ahead and log out. My beautiful Druid. I love my Druid. I love all my characters. They're awesome. They're all vampy. Especially this chick right here. But yeah. My corrupted Druid. Let's check her out. I did a lot of stuff on her last week. I posted a few videos of some low keys that I did, which is kind of unexpected because I did not plan on playing my Resto Druid. And I did all my delves. Delves is the, like, basically the lifeline for my alts because I don't raid or do high keys on them. The highest key that I was able to get into on this character with my gear and whatever in my rating was a 5. So 5 siege. Should be a pretty full vault. It's just not the highest levels. Alright, let's just check out what we have. So yeah, I did raids. I did the LFR, which is whatever. But we'll see what we have here. Alright, here we go. We have a waste, which is a big downgrade. I have a Hero Chuck waste from Delves. I had a Delver's Bounty, one of those little rare maps that you get from Delves. I was able to get a 610 Hero Chuck belt, which is pretty sick. I think it came with the socket. All right. Okay, so we have Shoulders tier from the raid, 587 raid finder tier, but it is going to be a downgrade for both items. Both my pants and my shoulders are currently champion track, so for me to go to get tier, I would have to downgrade to veteran. And then finally we have a veteran chest piece, which is also a downgrade. But the stats aren't too bad. Haste, big mastery, not bad. Okay. All right. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. So we got head from Dungeons. We got a Hero Chuck headpiece tier. That's lovely. That's actually an upgrade. And then we have the satchel of the misbegotten minions. Stat stick with big dam equip. Not bad, but I'm looking at those the tiers that I'm about to get. All right, and we have crit haste pants, heroic or hero check rather, upgrade. That's great. So I'm still looking at the helmet from the dungeons, but let's see what else we got. Okay, we got 616 belt crit verse. It's not really. I'm not really looking for this because I have a good belt. Those are good stats. Hands, 616 hands from Delves. Big upgrade for sure. And in terms of item level, crit verse. I will be losing a lot of haste and mastery, but I do have a lot of haste. I think I'm like 37% or whatever. And then finally we have a chest piece, hero track, chest piece. So we potentially have 2 items that we can choose from, and this is probably my luckiest character. I've got every single content row with a piece of tier in it. That's just unbelievable. Only 2 of them are actual upgrades though, and for hero track. So this is looking good. I'm happy with the vault so far. But let's check out the BiS thing for my Druid. So let's check out what the Druid has in store. This has a table of contents. So if you click on this, it'll take you automatically to the page. Okay. So this is the resto page. And yeah, you can't really see it, but I'll just, kind of say it out loud what everything is. The BiS headpiece is the tier. BiS shoulder is tier. BiS chest piece is tier. BiS hands is tier. And BiS pants is tier. So like 5 tier pieces for the Resto Druid. So we're pretty much set to pick any of these, to be honest. So yeah, I'm in here. All my druids, question the epic thing. Everything is selected. Everything is pre-selected, but I want to consider the 590 leggings as well in my bags. But everything else looks good. And I'm going to have it set for the dungeon content only. So it looks like the best combination is to grab the chest piece and to wear the pants. So I'll get 2 set that way. Okay, so we're definitely picking up the chest piece. All right, here we go. And my key is a necrotic wake. I love transmogging, and I really like this look. So we got our 2 set, which is regrowth, wild growth, and swiftman healing increased by 10%. So yay, I get to do a little bit more healing, and that means I get to do some higher content this week, hopefully. That's almost all my gold. I don't think I can afford that. Yeah. Let's look for a cheaper version. It's a little bit more doable. We're happy with this, and we still have some catalysts. Catalyst items, so if I can just get some hero track stuff, that would be lovely. At the moment I have hero track chest, and then I have like veteran track pants. So I'm starting at the top, and hopefully as I time goes on, I can actually get maybe veteran or maybe champion or hero and then myth. So I'm just gonna go down that. I am done with the druid for now. This is not a bad vault at all. Alright, next in line, my little blood DK. She's also frost and holy whenever possible, but I'm definitely having a blast as blood. So we're gonna get to check her vault. And I am on the blood DK. I'm still 599. Yesterday when I was starting to do my delves, I was at 590, and I got a few pieces from the bountiful delves, and then I upgraded a lot of the pieces. So it'd be nice to actually get some pieces. Oh, and I did get a tier gloves from Delves a few weeks ago, so it'd be nice to have a 2 set. And we have the exact same gloves, tier gloves in the vault. Alright, well, oops. But we do have a hero weapon, which isn't too bad. So I'm already looking at that. A hero check weapon is not too bad. And trinket. That's not it's not a super bad trinket. It gives you main stat and all other stats for 20 seconds cooldown. It's not a bad trinket. So yep, I already know what to pick. I'm not gonna do anything other than that. We're gonna pick up the weapon, and we're just gonna have to remember to go rune forge it. So yeah, Death Knight tracker will have everything here. Go to the correct page. This is the blood BiS Tracker. So the two-hander is actually from a new barrage from the raid, and all these other pieces. I have a hero track, so I will go ahead and start drawing some little check marks here. So the only thing I need next is myth track at some point. I haven't done any keys, so the Dawnbreaker thing, I haven't created anything, so the blacksmithing wrists and belt will have to be done, and then a lot of these are from like the raid, and aside from Arakara, and the ring from the Necrotic Wake, so I'll have to just work on those things. But for the most part, I am pretty much done for my little tracker. Yeah, you got a chance to see some of my my characters getting some loot. My evoker didn't really get that lucky, other than using the the catalyst. Sweet. So we have a pretty cool weapon. It's whatever. Not the best one, but it's not totally bad either. But yeah, that's it for my vault. This was quite a lengthy one. I apologize. Again, I will make a separate video to go more into depth, maybe to show you all of the listings. Then post my speed paint or speed draw videos for some of the little objects that I drew. So I don't know, maybe you like seeing stuff like that. You know, I do art, I do design when I can. I you know, I can't afford anyone else's art or designs for all my content, so I do everything myself. I did study graphic design and traditional art for a very long time. I have decades of drawing experience. I just haven't really turned that into a profession other than things online, you know, for content creation. I draw stuff as a mapper. You know, I got a degree in the geosciences, so I draw maps, and that's like where I use my artistic ability, you know, professionally. But I really do enjoy creating stuff that you guys can use. I totally appreciate all the support. Check out my Ko-fi, and good luck in your vaults. Stay tuned for more.